Hi, I'm Barbara,
I'm Katrina.
and this week is National Eating Disorders Awareness Week. So this is our message for it. Imagine constantly thinking about food, even though you can't eat it. Imagine looking in the mirror and hating everything you see. Imagine exercising for hours and still feeling like a failure. Imagine purging everything you did eat, just so you don't kill yourself. Imagine having a running count of calories on repeat in your head. Imagine having a voice in your head constantly telling you that you're fat, worthless, undeserving, a waste of space. Imagine getting smaller and smaller, but feeling bigger than ever. Imagine hunger tearing at your insides, but not being able to do anything about it. If you do eat, then the voice gets louder and louder. Over time, the voice is there, always and forever. It becomes your best friend, the only thing you trust, the one thing you cling to for sanity. What you call sanity, anyway. You can't fight, and you don't want to. You start to enjoy the coldness and being numb, the shaking, the hunger pains, the hollowness of your cheeks, the hatred in your soul. Your best friend is trying to kill you, slowly but surely. But that's fine with you. You don't want to have to die, but you don't care either. You have nobody anyway. You push them all away to have your control. That's what it feels like to spiral into an eating disorder. I know these feelings. I live them and the costs that come along with them. I have an eating disorder. Most people wouldn't look at me and say that I'm struggling with a mental disease that's slowly trying to kill me. I don't look like the girls in the health class videos, but I'm sick just the same. Unfortunately, I'm not alone on this journey. 11 million Americans suffer with eating disorders, such as anorexia, bulimia, binge eating disorder, and eating disorders not otherwise specified.
10 million of them are girls and 1 million are boys. Those are just the cases that are reported. Millions more suffer daily. Eating disorders are secret diseases. We suffer in silence, hoping nobody will notice the differences in our behaviors of weight. A lot of people don't notice these things in someone until it's too late. That's what we need to stop. We need to raise awareness about eating disorders and their dangers, reduce the stigma that has been created by the media and society. We decided they are diseases of glamour anyway. Who decided? I can't read today. They look emaciated. Wait, no, god damn it. They aren't just for rich, spoiled people looking for attention. The only sufferers aren't the ones who look emaciated. Most people with eating disorders are actually at normal or slightly above normal weight, but nobody pays true attention to that because of what people are shown. The media is where we learn about these things. So what if we were all media watchdogs and called people out in the making incorrect points or glamorizing eating disorders?
Actress and singer Demi Lovato said on the Ellen DeGeneres show, "One of the reasons why I became so outspoken when I decided to come out of treatment and talk about my issues was because when I was growing up, I was dealing with the pressures to be thin. It was the time in the tabloids when very, very skinny girls were on the cover of every magazine, and that's what I was looking up to. That's what I had to idolize. I don't want that for young girls to idolize. It's very unhealthy. There was nobody out there for me to look at and say, maybe this is healthy. Maybe starving myself isn't the answer. So I want to be that for a 13-year-old girl at home deciding whether or not to eat dinner, or an 18-year-old deciding whether or not to keep her breakfast down. There needs to be a role model out there, and for the first time in my life, I actually feel like one." That quote not only explains why she wants to be outspoken, but also just what a profound impact the media has in creating and or exacerbating eating disorders. That's why we wanted to speak to you today about eating disorders, and why our dream is that these diseases begin to disappear, so that we don't have to want to raise awareness, because there won't be something to raise awareness about. But that can only happen if we all work together now, before it's too late.
Before it's too late for all the little girls who are on diets or think they're fat at 8 years old. It's ridiculous. According to the Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Diseases, 95% of eating disorders are reported to have started between the ages of 12 and 25. Also, 81% of 10-year-olds report feeling fat, and 42% of first to third graders want to be thinner. Those numbers are scary, especially because anorexia has the highest mortality rate of any mental illness. 10% of sufferers also meet the criteria for depression. These things together not only contribute to the never-ending cycle, but also contribute to the amount of suicides a year. When you're thinking about whether or not this is serious, think about your future children or current siblings and watching them slowly killing themselves and having to watch. Raising awareness is the only way we can change the treatment, the way treatment is handled, and how we see them depicted in the media.
Help fight eating disorders. How was